Hi everyone and welcome to Web-Step Tutorials. This is Ahmed Fakhr and this tutorial about importing Excel files into MySQL database. In this tutorial we gonna discuss how to work with PHP spreadsheet library. The first step is to go to PHP spreadsheet and search for this library. This will lead you to go to this documentation, and here you will find the steps to use and install this library. The old library for PHP spreadsheet was phpexcel, but now it is deprecated. This is the file format supported for this library. You can use CSV, HTML, and XML, XLS, and XLSX extension. And this is the specification about each extension. If you can read for this extension specifically. Now let's get started. Here the requirements in the library was 5.6 or newer, but after trying to install the library it should start from 7.1 or newer. Okay, and the extension was enable php_zip, php_xml, and phpjd2 is enabled. Now before starting to use this library, let's first install Composer. This tool will help us to install the library automatically. Let's install Composer. Click on Composer link and the Composer page will load now. Then to install, go to download. I am on Windows system, so I will download composer setup.exe. I will click here. Download starting. Wait until finish. After finishing the downloading for the Composer, press on Composer and install. Yes. Next, finish. Okay, but I am already installed the Composer, so I will cancel. After installing the Composer, then we should go to the PHP spreadsheet repository on the GitHub, and after clicking on this link we will open this window. Click on clone or download and download the zip file. I already downloaded the zip file and I create a demo folder into the root for the local host, and I will extract the project files here. Then I will extract all these files and folders here, and I will delete spreadsheet develop from here. The next step is to open the command line, command prompt into window, and try to go to this path. Let's try to go to this path by cd and copy and paste this path. Then I will try to install this project. To install, composer, install, and wait a moment until finish this installation. The installation is started, and now the installation is finished. If you see generating auto load files, then everything is okay. Now let's open the project. Here is the project demo. All samples and examples into this folder. If you need anything, need any example, you will see many examples on these tasks here. You will see it here, and you will see an example for many tasks. But because we focus only to read a worksheet, a spreadsheet, and insert it into MySQL database, we just focused on reader. Reader is to read columns and rows from the spreadsheet and convert it into an array. I will take this example, simple file reader, using the read data only option. This example I will discuss in this tutorial. I will open this, and I will make some changes. But before doing this input file type to specify the extension for the file. It may be XLS, CSV, or XLSX. Okay, this is the path for the file that we read from, which is example.xls. You will find it here, sample data example1.xls. This is the log. I will remove the log because I don't need this log, and because I am not want to require a header here, I will remove it and get the important data from here. I want to include the sample helper and start a new object from this class, and for sure I need the bootstrap.php to start the library, and it will be here. This is the sample and the document root for the document for the project, and here it will be demo. Here is the demo, and into demo there is a source, and into source there is a bootstrap.php. This is a required file to start work with the library, and this helper will help us to work with the library. Now we load the XLS file, and this is the dir for the file. But to simplify the example, I will add a new Excel sheet file into the sample data folder. Let's open this sample demo XLSX. It has a serial column and name and description. Okay, so there is a serial name and description. To work we will point to this file demo.xlsx and we add it here. But remember, if you add the input file type, it should start with capital and the other characters small. Start with capital and the other characters is small. If you don't make that, it will not work with you and you will see many errors. Okay, after doing that, let's try to print the spreadsheet into an array. It will convert it to array. Let's go to the browser and see what happened. Demo, and this is the array. This is the full array. Okay, the next step is to insert this array, loop through this array and insert it into a database table. How we can do that? We have 3 columns. Okay, let's create a table and call it tutorials with 3 columns, serial and name and description. Okay, serial, name and description, integer, varchar. Save and okay. Table created. We will loop through the array. First, we create an empty SQL query and create a for loop. This for loop go through the sheet data, which has a count, and start from row 2. Why row 2? Because the first row 1, is the header. We don't want to insert the header into the database. We want to insert from the bottom of the header at the end. So we start from row 2. Okay, and we count the sheet data to count how many rows here. So start from 2 and end to 5. It will loop from 2 and count the sheet data is about 5. So it will start from 2 to 5. And we use include to get every row. As example, row number 2. Let's try to print it to see what happened. Print R, and let's print this row. Exit to see what happened. As you see, it will print 555 Ahmed tutorial, the first row. Okay, and after inserting it into include, it will create a string from this row to be like that values. Okay, let's see what happened into XX. As you see, it will create a string from the array. So when we insert into tutorials, serial, name, description, values, and it will be like that, 55 Ahmed tutorial. Okay, this is the second step. And finally, if it insert the query into the database, it will see this message, row number 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever inserted successfully, else it will print an error. Now we want to test this code, but before doing that, let's also add the connection for MySQL, the local host, and username is root, password is empty, and database is test. And here I check for connection. If the connection has an error, I will see and print this error. And now let's test if this works good or no. The database is empty. Let's go to localhost, demo, samples, reader, and the file number 5. Press enter, and now all rows inserted successfully, as we see, from 2 to 5. Let's open the database and refresh. Okay, all these rows inserted successfully. But before finishing the tutorial, if you want to change the extension, there is no problem. You can use CSV as example. Try to change it like that. The first is capital and change it here as small. Hope this example is help you to understand how to work with this library, and already you have many examples. This is about initiation or insight, how to use this library. And if you have any question or a suggestion about any tutorial, tell me in a comment. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to press like, subscribe to channel for the new tutorial. Thank you for watching. See you next. Bye.